You're listening to Civic Media. You can tune into any of our live shows on any radio station across the state with the Civic Media app. Find us in your phone's app store and listen anytime, anywhere.
From the Civic Media World Headquarters in Madison, Wisconsin, it's the Todd Alba Show. And now, pursuing truth wherever it may lead, here's your host, Todd Alba.
Across Wisconsin on the Civic Media Radio Network and streaming worldwide on the Civic Media app. Good afternoon, everybody. Todd Alba along with Mr. Aaron Zommers on the board. It is 6 minutes past the hour of 3 o'clock. Welcome in, everybody, on this Tuesday, October 14th, 2025. It is a great day to be a Wisconsinite. Hour number 2 underway. Glad to have you along from the world headquarters of Civic Media, downtown Madison at the intersection of State and Fairchild. Zommers, let's take a quick look outside, shall we? At the old Sam Davidson street cam there in downtown Madison. Fairly quiet, overcast skies right now, but people milling about. What they're excited for, Zommers, is what's coming up tomorrow in Waukesha. Because now tomorrow, downtown Madison will be a ghost town. They'll all be in Waukesha. Or at least we hope.
I believe so.
I think so, too. Talking about this great new film, if you're watching on the live stream, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter or X, you can see that I've done a costume change during the hour break out of my Bob Uecker jersey, at least for now, and into my green and gold as we welcome in the producer, one of the producers and stars of this great new film, No Packers, No Life, Ty Morris, who was here earlier with us. But Ty, welcome back. You brought a great new friend, Ray Kubota.
Yes, thanks so much for having us. We got Ray here all the way from Japan.
This is amazing. You guys are already in the greater Milwaukee area. And Ray, let's start with you because Ty's been on before. We'll get back. Well, actually, you know what, Ty? Set us up just for people that might not have joined us in other broadcasts. Tell us the synopsis in a minute or two of this film, No Packers, No Life, and how it came about.
Absolutely. 7 years ago, I'm wandering around Tokyo, been there 100+ times, never seen a Packer jersey. And, Tokyo's 40 million people. So on any given block, there's 100 bars. And it just so happened that I randomly walk into this bar and I see a guy in a Brett Favre jersey. And that's where this story starts 7 years ago. And I quietly whisper, "Go Pack, go." And this guy turns around and he goes, "Go Pack, go." And I'm like, "Go Pack, go." And then he screams, "Go Pack, go." And from there, we just started naming Packer players back and forth. And as we're doing this, people start coming out of the woodwork with Packer jerseys on. And I quickly learned that this was the Japanese Packers cheering team. And that's who I stumbled on that day. And Ray is a part of that team as well. So, yeah, that's the documentary is about meeting them and bringing them to Green Bay to watch some games.
Well, I've seen, we've played the trailer here a couple of times. We'll play it again tomorrow when we do the show live with you guys down in Waukesha. But already what I'm excited about is looking at something that as Wisconsinites, we feel like it's ingrained in us as Packer fans. We feel like we know it. But to see this through the lens of someone from a different culture, from a different country, I think it's just going to be special and fascinating. By the way, folks, if you want to join us tomorrow, a handful of tickets, I understand, still available for tomorrow's premiere. It's at the Marcus Majestic Theater in Waukesha. Tickets are, yes, $100, but a portion of these proceeds go to the Boys and Girls Club of Wisconsin. Great food and drink included. Former Packers like Antonio Freeman going to be there. You can meet Ty and Ray and several others, and Sean, who's been on the show before. Go to NoPackersNoLife.com. NoPackersNoLife.com, and you can join us tomorrow night as well. And then on October 17th, Marcus Theaters throughout Wisconsin, including Green Bay, Madison, La Crosse, Gurnee, Illinois, and other places are going to start showing this film as well. So check it out at the MarcusTheaters.com site. Ray, let's go to you now. I'm excited to meet you. Welcome to Wisconsin. And what is it? Give us, how did this Packers cheering team Because when Sean first told me about Packer cheer team, I thought, like, are these like traditional, like Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders? No. This is a group of people that get together in Japan that cheer for the Green Bay Packers. How did this start?
One day, Ken, who is the most oldest person, wrote on the blog. Let's get party, and this is a start of my Packer cheering team.
It was a Packer blog in Japan, and hey, let's have a party, and boom, Packer fans showed up.
Now I understand, Ray. Are you the youngest person of of the group? Wow,
I'm the youngest person.
May I ask how old you are?
How old are you?
I'm 29 years old.
29. Wow, that's
Yeah,
great.
29 years old. Yeah, and I'm very young. So when I was in junior high, I came across to the Packers game, Super Bowl 45th.
Wow, that's incredible. So you're in this film, correct?
Yeah.
Just
a few seconds.
What's it like being a movie star now? I mean, you're in a film. It's going to be in a theater. What's that experience like for you?
Yeah, it's very awesome experience. This is the start for my star.
You got the right guys around you. Believe me.
This is just the beginning for Ray.
Right,
The star is rising.
I mean, Brad Pitt. Watch out. I mean, Ray's going to knock him off this perch. This is so you're here in Milwaukee now. What is this your second time in Wisconsin then?
Yeah. Last year, I came to the Wisconsin in Green Bay and was a Packers game.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah. What's really important though, Todd, is right now the Japanese Packers cheering team is 4-0 in games. So I mean, if there's any strategy us Packer fans want, it's making sure these guys are at the game, because Ray was just here over the weekend. That was the fourth win. So loving it so far.
Wow, that's incredible. We're talking with Ty Morris and Ray Kabuta from who's raised from Japan, a part of this brand new film called No Packers, No Life. And let me tell you how great these people are who are involved in this film. I have a bird in my ear who is telling me that the great folks at No Packers, No Life are willing to give away one more set. So 2 more tickets to tomorrow night's VIP premiere. You can be there in person. So we're going to, what's your favorite number? 1 through 10, Ray. Between 1 through 10, what's your favorite number?
Between 1 through 10, pick a number.
Oh, 1 to 10?
Just pick one.
It's very I like 3.
3. All right, 3.
Yeah.
All right. So what we're going to do is the third caller to call our phone line will win these 2 tickets. All right. You have to be able to join us tomorrow between 5:30 and 6:30. The movie is at 7. So give us a call, 855-752-4842. 855-742. No, sorry. 855 752-4842. Jeez, Todd. All right, so give us a call if you could join us tomorrow. We'll take caller number 3. Ty, what was it like for you? You first met these folks in Japan, but then you got to know them. And what did you know after spending time that was unexpected? What didn't you expect to discover?
I think it was so amazing was just the core human component of it, right? So we all bonded over the Packers, but then we came to learn so much about each other. Like, this person likes to sing. This person also likes to make music. This person also spends their weekends watching their kids play sports. Like, there's all these things that came out of it, music, writing, like just so many components that we found hanging out with each other that, walking down the street in Tokyo or in even in Wisconsin, we never would have known. We had this one thing that brought us together, and then we built all these relationships around it. And I think those friendships, to be honest, they've endured, and they become even more important. I mean, we love the Packers,
right?
But they become even more important than that. I mean, it's very deep.
And I that's the part of it. I mean, I love Packers, obviously, but that's the part of the story that I cannot wait to watch tomorrow night. And again, you can join us. You can still buy a handful of tickets left at nopackersnolife.com. Nopackersnolife.com. And for caller number 3, you are going to get to join us. Zommers has been screening the calls. Hello, you're on the Todd Allball Show. Who am I talking with?
Joel.
Joel, where are you calling from?
Waukesha.
Right in Waukesha. Are you able to go to this event, the world premiere of No Packers, No Life, tomorrow at 5:30?
Yes, I am.
Well, congratulations. You are caller number 3. You're going to get to meet Ty and Ray tomorrow, and to a lesser degree, Zommers and myself, but they're the stars of the show. So don't go anywhere, Joel. Thank you for listening on WAUK in Milwaukee, Waukesha. Do not hang up. Zommers will take your information off the air, and courtesy of the great people at No Packers, No Life, you're going to be our guest tomorrow.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Joel. Appreciate your listenership. So how about that, guys? I mean, it didn't take long at all, and people are calling in, and they're excited about this film.
I love it. I cannot wait for them to see it. I can't wait for Ray to sit in the theater, coming all the way from Japan, just to sit in a Marcus theater, have a beer, and watch his Japanese Packers cheering team on the screen. And I think just sharing the moment, sharing our love for Wisconsin, our love for the team, and then just our love for each other. It's going to be awesome, man.
Ray, in your visits to Wisconsin, what surprised you about Wisconsin after you came here? What was unexpected about people here in Wisconsin or Green Bay that you didn't know before you visited?
Green Bay people is very, very welcome, closely and friendly, and it's very, very nice.
Well, I appreciate
nice
that.
Yeah.
And I, as I have friends from Central America, and I think getting to know people from other countries, I've learned more about myself. And I bet you that the people that you stayed with that interacted in Green Bay, I bet you they would say the same thing about you and the cheer team from Japan, because I bet your friendliness and your welcoming was as well received by Wisconsinites as you felt that from the folks in Green Bay. And that's the great thing about the Packers, right, is that it brings us all together.
Yeah, and I think it's amazing because we all keep getting together, whether it's in Japan or whether it's in Wisconsin. We all keep getting together because, we just discovered that bond. And, for us Wisconsin people, it's amazing. I think you're totally right, Todd. It's like a mirror held up. And, in some ways there was just beautiful things that I didn't appreciate about being a Wisconsinite, where it's like, wow, we really are, these warm, friendly people that are like, yeah, sure, come stay at my house. Yeah, let's have a beer in the backyard next to a bonfire. Let's hang out and watch some football. It was really, it was a proud moment for being a Wisconsinite too.
I think it's great. Ray, when people visit Japan, are Americans kind of jerks, or are we friendly? Are most of them like Ty?
He's very, very funny.
Very funny. That's great.
Yeah, very funny person.
You got to be able to laugh, right? Well, I mean, from the trailer we saw you guys doing the ski shots. I mean, that's hilarious. That's great. So, I can't wait to meet you in person tomorrow, Ray, and Ty as well. We appreciate your time. Again, people can go to nopackersnolife.com. A couple of tickets still left for tomorrow's world premiere in Waukesha at the Marcus Theater. And then across the state, starting on October 17th, you can buy tickets at marcustheater.com. Ty Morris and Ray Kubota, thank you very much. We appreciate you, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Go Pack, go!
Thanks for having us. Go Pack, go!
And, all right, we'll talk to you later, guys. Thank you very much. Stay tuned. More on the other side. It's the All Ball Show across Wisconsin on the Civic Media Radio Network.
You're listening to Civic Media. Stay up to date on the latest news and information for your local community and Wisconsin by signing up for our free email newsletter. Visit civicmedia.us/email to get started.
Wisconsin, it's the All Ball Show. Thanks for joining us on NCLS Day 2. That's right, the Brewers taking on the Dodgers tonight. How great was that, Zommers, having Ray from Japan on the show? He's in Milwaukee for the premiere of No Packers, No Life. He's going to the game tonight. You can't blame him for, rooting for Shohei Ohtani.
No, you really can't. I mean, and he is a fantastic player.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, geez, you're from Japan. You get to see one of the people from your...
An absolute legend, really.
A legend, right, in Japan. You get to see him pitch live tonight at AmFam Field. So I hope that Ray has a great time. I just hope that Shohei doesn't win.
Yeah. Maybe Shohei can have a decent play or two as long as it doesn't win the game.
Exactly right. The Dodgers taking on the Brewers tonight, 6:30 for the pregame show, 7 o'clock. That's when things will get underway at AmFam Field for Game 2. The Dodgers won last night in a close one, 2-1. What a game. Going to talk about that in just a little bit. You can hear the game tonight on WRCE in Richland Center, WISS in Oshkosh, WRJN Racine Kenosha, WCQ in Park Falls, and WBZH in beautiful Hayward, Wisconsin. And thanks to Sean Hanish for giving away 2 more tickets to that world premiere. How cool is that? And thanks, Joel, for listening and calling in. And so we got somebody from Waukesha going now. So we got people from all over, all kinds of listeners going.
Exactly.
So that's a lot of fun. You can join Zomer and I at the event tomorrow. We're going to do the show from the Majestic Theater, the Marcus Theater in Waukesha tomorrow. And hopefully some former Packers on the show. Ty, Sean, other people from the film will be with us as well, and talking about really this connection between Wisconsin and Japan and the Green Bay Packers. Of course, you can hear the Packers on several of our stations on the Civic Media Radio Network. All right, we're going to play some of these cuts from last night on the from the Brewers-Dodgers game in a bit. Might get to a couple more news stories, but first, how about a little What's Worse, Zombers? Here we go. What's worse? Time once again for What's Worse. Nothing to give away, no prize money involved, but it is your chance to have your voice heard in all 10 news, weather, sports station, talk stations across the state of Wisconsin. All right. Now, a lot of people are going to be going out to eat to watch the Brewer game, because a lot of people, they like to go to a bar or go to a Packers game, and supper clubs in particular, right, on the weekend, or occasionally during Thursday or Friday maybe as well. So, category today, bread edition. We should dial up some bread. Can you name one song by Bread? I cannot.
Not off the top of my head,
Phil
no.
D could. Terry Barr could. I cannot. Anyway, so here's the category. Dinner roll or no dinner roll? A dinner roll or no dinner roll? In other words, do you want a dinner roll with your meal when you go out or no dinner roll? 855-752-4842, 855-752-4842, 855-752-4842. See, I can say it now fine, but during the contest, I couldn't say it. I don't know what's the matter with me. Also, you can text us on the Civic Media app. Download it today at your Apple or Android device. Simply go to your app store, type in Civic, C-I-V-I-C, Media. It'll pop up. Click on that. Takes less than a minute. It's free. It's what CBS's Gail King calls a deal. The Civic Media app. Text us in. What's worse, dinner roll or no dinner roll? Zommers?
I feel like for this one, the deciding factor is how hungry you are, because I don't know a whole lot of people who are able to eat bread and don't like it.
Right.
Like I love bread.
That's a good point.
Because I am able to eat it. I'm thankful that I don't have celiac or something like that. And I love a good dinner roll, nice and warm. Get a little bit of fresh, like real butter on there. Yeah. That is delicious.
It's fantastic, right? Checking in, our very own Terry Barr on YouTube watching. We appreciate Terry as always. She says a warm dinner roll with tons of butter.
Exactly. It's delicious.
Right.
The problem is I am no longer an insatiable black hole like I was when I was 12. And so now, if I'm ordering something or making a meal that I'm excited for and want to eat more of, then I won't. I don't actually want or won't make dinner rolls because I want to be able to eat more of it. So I feel like dinner.
There's nothing when you go out. But I think you kind of nailed it, Zommers. I mean, I don't, especially in a place that will serve you a dinner roll. I'm not eating at those kind of places, weekly.
Right.
So I feel like, when you make it a special time and you go out to a place like that, I mean, I love a good dinner roll.
Me too.
Tom, here we go. See, this is why I love this show. amongst many reasons, are great listeners. Tom in Hartford, listening on WAUK, says Horse with No Name. There's a song by Bread. I love that. No, it's not.
Horse with No Name is by America.
See, Terry could have told us that.
Sorry,
as well.
it's close. It's the right vibe. It is the right
vibe.
But no, I pulled up Make It With You by Bread for the way out.
All right, very good. Very good. What's worse, dinner roll or no dinner roll? 855-752-4842. 855-752-4842. I'm with Terry on this, and you. I mean, some places will bring you like those little mini loaves, like they just baked like a mini loaf of bread,
I love those.
and they bring a big knife and you cut it at the table, and it's warm and it's delicious.
It's been so long since I've had one of those, but they're so good.
It's fan-dang. Well, I got together with my friend Nick Johnson, who used to work with me at the Capitol, and we went to the Tornado Room here in Madison.
All right.
We stopped over there for a nice dinner to catch up. And Marge, shout out to Marge, who listens to this show. I didn't know that until I went to make reservations. So thank you, Marge, for getting us a very nice quarter table in the bar, a booth.
And for not hanging up on you when you tried to make reservations.
Yeah, at another place. Booth in the bar. We had a booth in the bar, thanks to Marge, and they bring you warm, fresh bread like that and a big old slab of Wisconsin butter. All right, we'll finish this up on the other side. Also, hear some of the cuts from the Brewers game last night and more. Do not go anywhere. It's the All Ball Show for a Tuesday. Right now, a farm update with Pam Yankee and her team at the Midwest Farm Report. You listen to the All Ball Show in 7 Media. Great song. Welcome back to the Todd All Ball Show on the Civic Media Radio Network. Along with Aaron Zommers, glad to have you along here on this Tuesday, October 14th, Game 2 day of the NLCS. Dodgers visiting the Brewers. More on that in just a bit, but first of all, finishing up today's category of what's worse, dinner roll or no dinner roll. 855-752-4842, 855-752-4842. David, listening in the old RC on WRCE in Richland Center, says, if by bread dinner roll, warm with butter, warm not because the Milwaukee manager had it in his back pocket. No pocket pancakes, no pocket dinner rolls or butter, I don't believe, David. But thank you, appreciate that. By the way, the song coming in there, Everything I Own by Bread, Matt in Richland Center, one of our great UPS drivers in Richland Center, listening on WRCE, says, I would give everything I own for a different what's worse question. This is another doobie smoking question. I can neither confirm nor deny CP's state of soberness when he wrote this one.
I will say, though, very clever using the bread song there.
Yeah, well done, Matt. Well done indeed. Let's see here. Also, this is fantastic. Kurt in Madison, listening on MDX, says, Lambert's Cafe is the restaurant famous for throwing dinner rolls at customers. This tradition is a signature part of the dining experience at their location in Foley, Alabama, and Sixton and Ozark, Missouri. Diners can raise their hands to signal a server who will then toss them a hot, fresh roll. You better have good hands, or you might go hungry, right?
You might just have to, I wonder how many of them miss. How many times does it end up on the floor?
I bet the servers hit it, but it's just a matter of whether the guests can catch it, Chris, listening in beautiful Blue River on WRCE, says, I need me some carbs. Arthur's Restaurant in Spring Green used to bring you a fresh loaf of bread. Indeed, they did. Maybe they still do. Haven't eaten there in a minute. Great place in beautiful Spring Green, Wisconsin. Arthur's, one of our many fine supper clubs throughout Wisconsin here, right? 855-752-484-TRUE. Wow, what happened to my voice there? I'll tell you what happened in just a minute. Troy, one of our big winners, who's going to be down with us tomorrow in Waukesha for the premiere of No Packers, No Life at the Marcus Theater. Troy, again, congratulations. Thanks for listening. What's worse, dinner roll or no dinner roll?
Yes, and I'm really looking forward to it for tomorrow.
Me too.
Definitely no dinner roll. I like something to stop up the gravy with.
Another great point, right? Yeah.
Yes. And I've eaten at Lambert's, and it's
really
fun. They also walk around with sides in like buckets.
Really?
And
Like mashed
so
potatoes and stuff?
If you want more sides, they'll bring you sides over. Sides are all you can eat, basically.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Oh,
I have to check that out sometime in those areas. Thanks, Troy. Safe travels. We'll see you tomorrow. Appreciate you.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. Steve in Milwaukee, listening on WAUK, says, got to have the yeast roll with the meal. Yeah, good yeast dinner roll. Absolutely. PJ watching on YouTube says, no dinner roll equals no appetizer bread. Sticks are addicting with garlic butter. Yeah, right? A breadstick. I mean, that's those great supper clubs we have in Wisconsin. We'll do a whole segment on that. I think Terry Barr has actually done a reporting, maybe a Slice of Wisconsin series on Wisconsin supper clubs, because you get the relish tray, and some places have like you got the Owl's Nest cheese dip amongst others, spread that's made here in Wisconsin, and you get the breadsticks, and you get the crackers. And my grandpa Wallace, we go to a supper club, and you go through the salad, because you get salad bar at these places as well. And we're not talking any, just run of the mill. These are a meal in and of themselves sometimes. And he used to take 2 or 3, breadsticks that come in pairs in a little plastic, and he used to put them in his pocket and to take them home. And my grandma would say, Warren, honestly, well, I paid for it.
Also with supper clubs, there are some books about Wisconsin supper clubs.
Yes.
There's 2 of them, which were gifted to me for Christmas last year by Pat Kreitlow. Thank you very much, Pat.
Well, that's very cool.
He's had the author on his show.
Wow, that's
who was
neat.
also involved with a movie about Wisconsin supper clubs. Mm-hmm. So we have a connection if we want to talk about that.
I think we should do that sometime, because there are so many in all parts of Wisconsin. It is a Wisconsin thing, Wisconsin supper club. So, Zomer's very. I think we both have already said it, but officially, what's worse?
Yeah, officially, I am going to say that no dinner roll is worse.
Totally agree. Can't go to a supper club or a nice restaurant and not have hot, fresh bread. All right, 40 minutes now past the hour, or 20 minutes before the hour of 4 o'clock, whichever you prefer. Want to play a couple of these cuts from the Brewer game last night. Now, here's what happened. And Zomer's going to attest to this as he witnessed it firsthand. We're cleaning up after the show. We're getting ready for today's show, and I'm packing things up. I got my backpack on, my Brewers jacket on. I'm ready to head out. And I get a phone call from our friend, Sean Hanish, of Just a Bit Outside and No Packers, No Life. And he says, quick question. Would you want to go to the game tonight? I said, are you crazy? What? And he goes, yeah. And I'll let him, if he wants at some point, tell the rest of the story. But I'm going to cut to the chase. He and his son had tickets to the game, and he was able to get, shall we just say, an upgrade. And so he was going to be somewhere else in the ballpark. And so one of his fellow team members on Cannonball Productions that has done No Packers, No Life is in town for tomorrow night's event in Waukesha. And so his name is Derek, lovely person. We sat next to each other last night. He said, Derek's going to use one, but if you want, the other one is yours, no cost. I said, I'm there. And so I have left the station and headed down I-94 and got to, and get this, is the kind of guy Sean is. He goes, also, I have a parking pass. I'll just forward that to you. So the guy picked up the ticket plus the parking, and I got there like in the middle of the second inning. And what was really cool about it, and by the way, thank you, Sean, for your extraordinarily graciousness and kindness and thinking of me, is that I literally parked out in the Euchre Yout parking lot. Like, I was halfway to downtown Milwaukee. I was like in the last row. So I had to walk all the way through the far parking to get in. And I was coming in on the back side of AmFam Field, and they had the panels open. The roof was closed, but the panels were, so you could see inside, and the sound.
That's always so cool.
Coming out with a full stadium was just, it gave me goosebumps walking in last night. And then to get in there and sat next to Derek from Cannonball Productions, great guy, and watch this game and to be there and to literally feel that energy, because that place was rocking last night. I anticipate it will be again tonight. Great crowd, and to see this firsthand was amazing. So thank you, Sean. I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so my voice is a little little rough today.
Probably not going to be a whole lot better because you're busy this week. But yeah,
I'm not
I
gonna
can
get-
attest. It was very funny. We were talking about planning for the show, just about wrapping up for the day, and then you're like, "Oh, I got to take this hit, Sean."
Right.
And then all that happens, and I'm like, "Get out of here, go!"
Dave in New Berlin says, "Holy crap, Todd! You change clothes more often than Cher." Yes, because I had my Brewers jersey on, then I changed into my Packers stuff for the stuff with Ty and Ray, and now I'm back in my Bob Uecker Milwaukee. I wish I had as much talent as Cher has in her pinky toe. I mean, wow, that'd be great. All right, let's get to these highlights last night, and there were a couple actually. Let's play. Let's start with the big one, and this is the call by Brian Anderson on TBS last night on television of Sal Frelick saving a grand slam. Bases were loaded, Dodgers at the plate, and well, we'll let you hear it for yourself. Here's the call by BA on TBS Sports.
For two, and Muncy skies one to center field, hit well. This one's got a chance. Frelick going back to the wall. He leaps. It's in and out of his glove, but he caught it. And now chaos on the bases. Might have a play at the plate. The throw, not in time. No, he's out. He's out.
It was incredible. So what happened was, I forget who the Dodger hitter was, up and hits this 404 feet. Frelick times it perfectly. He was playing center last night. Times it perfectly, jumps up, ball hits his glove as it would have been a grand slam. Hits his glove, and it bounces back into play, and it hits the outfield wall, and then into Frelick's hands and glove. He throws it into the infield. Was it Ortiz that made the?
I think so.
I think Ortiz made the throw then to Contreras, who gets the out at the plate. And then, as BA said in the call, there's chaos. The Dodgers don't know what happened. They got to go back and tag. And then Contreras runs down to third, touches third for the forced out there. And if you were in the ballpark or you're watching it on TV, I don't know. I forget who was on second, the Dodger, who stayed there because they didn't know for sure what had just happened. And Contreras walks over to second and gets right in the face of the Dodger on second. And I don't know what they said, but the body language did not seem to be, "How are you doing?"
Very smart of Contreras, though, to jog over to third just in case it played out the way it did.
Right.
I was watching it on TV, and when this happens, someone runs up to go talk to Sal, and you can see, I will clean up for radio. You can clearly read his lips as he's saying, "What the heck just happened?"
Right. It was a lot of people are saying on social and other places, sports writers, never seen a play like that. Certainly not in postseason.
I think that's the first one like that in postseason.
What a tremendous defensive effort last night by Frelick, and quite frankly, the entire team. Now you have this guy Snell, who was pitching for the Dodgers last night, probably one of the top 5 pitchers in Major League Baseball. Here is Pat Murphy, manager of the Brewers last night, courtesy of our own great sports reporter, Mike Clemens, who was in the clubhouse last night after the game. This is Clemens getting the audio from Murph on going up against Snell.
Anything going, those pitches are really hard to bunt. They're really hard to put in play, and, we don't usually punch out 10 times, but, that's what happened. And our defense was great. I mean, our defense played great. The play Sal made, so Collins made a great play. Terang made 3 or 4 really nice plays. That was a great performance on our half. Our pitching staff, for the most part, did a really, really good job. Freddie Freeman's been a Brewer killer for a while. So
we have time to play the next Murph clip on Freddie Freeman. We want to come back and do that. All right, we'll come back on the other side and do that. Also, a quote by or a cut from Sal Frelick on that double play ball last night. And Yelly, got a cut from him, courtesy of Mike Clemens as well. We always appreciate Mike's great reporting. Again, a guy who's just everywhere these days. With the Brewers in postseason, the Packers, the Badgers, he's everywhere. And what was great about this game, and I'm not sure if it came through on television, radio, or not, is that being there, these guys, our Brewers, they're locked in. I mean, I was a wreck in the stands, but these guys are locked in. I got a good feeling about tonight. We'll talk about tonight's game on the other side. A few more cuts. You're listening to the All Ball Show across Wisconsin and Civic Media.
You're listening to Civic Media. Find the latest news, information, and archives of all your favorite shows on the Civic Media website, civicmedia.us.
Welcome back to the Todd Ball Show on the Civic Media Radio Network. 8 minutes now before the hour of 4 o'clock, the top of the hour, ABC or CBS News. Keep it playing there, Zombers. Depending on which of the stations you listen to. Weather update, sports update with our great sports reporter, Mike Clemens. Another edition of the Maggie Dawn Show from 4 until 6. And then Schwaba comes in. Pete Schwaba for Nightlight from 6 until 8. Love this song from the Violent Femmes, a Wisconsin-based band. You can hear it in the great film Just a Bit Outside, story of the 1982 Milwaukee Brewers by our friends Sean Hannish and Kelly Call. It is streaming for free on the Roku channel, also available on Apple TV, on Amazon Prime, and a couple other places as well. It's a great primer. Get you ready for the NLCS tonight. You can hear it on many of our fine Civic Media stations on the Brewers Radio Network. LA Dodgers taking on our Milwaukee Brewers for Game 2 of the NLCS. Pre-game show at 6:30. First pitch just after 7 o'clock. You can hear it on WRCE in Richland Center, WISS in Oshkosh, WRJN in Racine, Kenosha, WCQM in Park Falls, and WBZH in Hayward. Catch it! Brewer Fever. Got a good feeling for tonight. Freddie Peralta on the mound for the Crew tonight. It should be a good one. We'll bring you some of the highlights tomorrow on the show. Quickly, let's go to the phone lines. Jack in Merrimack, one of our great regular callers, listeners, was occupied, predisposed earlier, wants to get in on the what's worse for today. All right, Jack, give us the answer for today. What's worse, dinner roll or no dinner roll?
Definitely no dinner roll. And I want to give a shout out to a local Milwaukee restaurant, the Packing House, because every meal from the French onion soup is all you really have to order, and they'll give you one of these little mini loaves of bread. It comes out hot, and it's really good with fresh butter on it. Oh, by the way, they also have great entertainment from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I really like the place, obviously.
The Packing House in Milwaukee. All right, that sounds great. I think what we should do, I'm going to pitch this to our people on the 12th floor. I think a supper club tour of Wisconsin is in order.
That would be awesome.
Appreciate it, Jack. Have a great day up there in Merrimack, wherever we find you today. All right, let's finish a couple of these clips from after last night's game. Dodgers beat the Brewers 2-1. I was going to say in the ninth inning, Brewers had a chance. This is Pat Murphy, Brewers manager, on Freddie Freeman, who got the lone home run against the Crew last night.
I mean, our defense played great. The play Sal made. So Collins made a great play. Terang made 3 or 4 really nice plays. That was a great performance on our half. Our pitching staff, for the most part, did a really, really good job. You know, Freddie Freeman's been a Brewer killer for a while, so hopefully he'll oversleep tomorrow or something.
I heard that driving back last night of the post-game show, and I thought that was hilarious. That's just Murphy, right? You know, hoping I oversleeps. Sal Frelick. Who's better than Sal Frelick? Answer, nobody. Sal Frelick on his great catch last night that resulted in that double play.
Max put a good swing on it, went back, figured it was close to the wall. I don't know if it was going out or not, so just wanted to give myself a play at it and jumped up, and ball kind of tipped off my glove, and then I just kind of saw it floating there, so I grabbed it and just fired it into Joey because I saw Teoscar was going back to third to tag, and I didn't really know what had happened. I didn't know it hit the wall at the time, so kind of weird one.
Weird, but I mean it was just fantastic to watch. I mean, and just what great skills to time that just right, to have to jump up on the wall, catch it as it would have gone out of the ballpark, and to save a grand slam, and just to be nonchalant about it like that.
Like you said, they're locked in. They're focused on the game.
Yeah, they really are. Christian Yelich, last night after the game, talking to our own Mike Clemens in the clubhouse on that run they got in the ninth and facing the Dodgers.
You know, once we kind of got some traffic out there and put some good at-bats together late, and we gave ourselves a chance. You know, we were one swing away from kind of stealing that thing, and, you know, made it interesting at the end. Obviously wish we could have pulled it out, but, you know, we knew the series was going to be a battle. It was going to be a lot of close games. You know, this one didn't go our way, but we still got a long way to go.
Absolutely. Christian Yelich last night after the game talking with our own Mike Clemens, sports reporter, in the clubhouse. Like I say, I'm not just saying this. I actually do feel good about the Brewers' chances tonight because they were not intimidated. I'll tell you that. They were not intimidated by the Dodgers. And they went up against Snell, one of the best pitchers in baseball, who had a great night. And that happens. I don't think anybody thought this was going to be a sweep by any sort. And remember, like in the Bucks case, it can't be Brewers in 6 unless you lose 1 or 2, right? Because I think the Brewers win tonight. I feel good about their chances of getting back to Milwaukee because I don't think that LA is going to win 3 straight in Los Angeles. I might be wrong, but it's interesting, and we talked a little bit about this yesterday, that all the games in Los Angeles, and so they get the day off tomorrow. It's a travel day. Then they play in Los Angeles for Game 3 at 5:08 local. That's 3 o'clock in the afternoon in Los Angeles. And then Game 4 on Friday would be at 7:38 local time, 5:38 on the West Coast. So they're going to have to play a couple of these games, you know, and then also on Saturday's game, if needed, or Game 5 is 7:08 as well. So these games on the West Coast are going to be early. LA traffic, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I feel good about the Brewers' chances tonight. Hope you tune in on many of our great civic media stations and the Brewers Radio Network. Zommers, thank you to you doing a great work on the board, as always, to Ty Morse of the great film No Packers, No Life, and Ray Kubota of the same film as well. We'll see you from Waukesha tomorrow at the Majestic Theater for the world premiere of No Packers, No Life. Cannot wait for that. Be with us then. Until then, Todd Allball saying, whatever you believe in, whatever you are fighting for, do not give up. Keep banging your drum. Go Crew. We'll see you tomorrow.
The national news cycle never stops, but it can be hard to find news about your local community. Civic Media is dedicated to providing quality local and state news coverage across Wisconsin. With the Civic Media app, you can get notifications about local stories that matter to you and your community. Find the free Civic Media app in your phone's app store and choose notifications from the menu to tell us what kind of news you want to hear about.